Hi Gemini and Gemini Rising, Sandra from ForYourChi.com here today to do your Tarot and Oracle monthly reading houses 1 through 6 for March 2022. Thank you so much for being here with me. Now, let's get right to it. Who are you arguing with, or who's trying to pick a fight with you? The Gemini certainly doesn't want to fight with anyone. They want to walk away, and that is the advice card here, to walk away. Now, this could actually be a work, co-worker, or superior supervisor situation, because we've pulled divine Pele, which talks about divine passion. Follow your passions here, Gemini, and you will experience a lot less contrast than what you have in the past, and let's face it, than what you are right now in the present. Okay? Go to where your heart leads you, Gemini, and that includes work. Now, your money. They're saying that you are looking at your options here. So this could be looking at your options of how you make money, looking at options of how you invest it, looking to maybe change it up. It's not time to change yet. It's time to do your homework. This is my other homework card along with that solitude card. You pulled Rhiannon here, which is a great message to get in the Oracle in your second house of money and finances and stuff. Rhiannon talks about how you are a magical being and you have everything within you to receive and attract abundance, even in lump sums. Okay? The bottom of this card says you're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And so it is. Speaking of Geminis, I've got one upstairs that's fighting his nap. I know that's a shocker. Okay, third house, brother or sister. They are trapped in fear right now. They are afraid to make a move. This could be in a relationship or a job situation, but for some of you, I'm getting something to do with moving. They want or they need to move, but there's something that is holding them back. They are afraid. Now, Isis is here to talk about a past life. This says this situation involves a past life memory. Now, the memories of a past life could actually be playing out in this life somehow, some way. It usually parallels it. But in maybe a polar opposite way. So, for example, when you have karma with a person, it's usually one person or the other owes the other one a certain something. So we are repaying you've heard the term repaying our karmic debts. So your brother or sister could be repaying their karmic debts to this person, whoever this is. Okay, it could be a lover, a wife, a husband, someone they're living with, something like that. What's in your fourth house here, Gemini? We've got, oh man, accelerated motion. So this is the card of harsh life lessons, and it falls in your house of home. If this is not talking about where you currently live, this could be talking about your father or a father figure. They could be experiencing some hardship based on some bad choices that they've made. Or perhaps you are experiencing a hardship based upon someone that you have allowed to live with you, or some other decision that you've made regarding where you live. And this could also be geographical location. And I swear to you, this card has shown up in every reading so far this month, in March. So, Arisura seems to be coming out, and she's coming out with messages similar to this, not quite. So, the Geminis pulled the more milder version of this message. A lot of times, this month, this card has come out with the Death card of the Falling Tower, which is harsh energy. I don't feel like this is as harsh, Gemini. Arisura is, and I've never read this card like this until this month, until this these 12 house zodiac readings for March. Erisur seems to be showing up to say, okay, Gemini, you've fallen down on your bicycle or whatever, and you've scraped your knee, and it hurts. However, it is not time to lay there and roll back and forth and wail. It's time to get up and try again. So the get up and try again is to do something differently here, to make a change, start over again. Do it the correct way this time, so that you don't have to keep experiencing these hardships or this contrast, okay? All right, now, what do we have? The 5th house. This is your social group. For those of you single, this is talking about your dating life. Friendship groups. Sometimes children fall in the 5th house, but normally that's the 11th house. But if you have a bunch of children, then one will show up in the 5th house because they're trying to point some attention to different children, okay? There's not a whole lot going on here. This is my pause card. So where you once were going out, partying, having fun, or dating a whole bunch of people, I see a timeout. And although the 7th house is in your extended reading, I'm just giving you a little heads up on here. There's not a whole lot of action going on there either. I'm going to tell you that right now. It appears that you Geminis are focused on something else. However, you do have Mother Mary, which says expect a miracle here. So if you're single and you're looking for someone, or you want to find someone but you're not actively looking, you could run into someone, literally at the grocery store or something. Potential. And for others of you that are happily coupled, although I can't imagine there are a whole bunch of you that are happily coupled looking at your 7th house. I'm just going to be honest with you. There could be something coming that changes this dynamic, this relationship, because you pulled Mother Mary. Mother Mary is a big miracle energy. She is the top in her class. She's the top dog. This is not a light message by any means. Expect a miracle means just that, okay? So it's not going to stay boring. You might not see a change in March, but it's coming. Your birthday is right around the corner. I would expect to see it sometime then. So when Sun is in Gemini. Pardon me. 6th house. Material challenge card. Okay, so this usually means that you'll see a cutback in your job. Now, this could mean reduced hours, but, there was no real downward indicator in your 2nd house of finances, so I'm going to have to say that this isn't going to affect you, or if it is, it's going to be temporary. But what I have seen this card mean is you walk into your job and all of a sudden you notice changes. They've laid some people off, or they've changed the way that they've reduced their spending. The coffee and the condiments go cheaper, something like that. What do we have? Oh, sensitivity. Okay. So your sensitivity is being increased, but remember, the 6th house also rules your health. So this could be a double message for most of you. Yes, there's something going on at work or with your job in reduced costs, reduced expenses, but they're also trying to tell you, and I have pulled this message, I cannot believe how many times I've gotten this message, I've received this, and I've given it to people. It's unbelievable. I have been talking about, and I said it in last week's reading, the week of February 21st. You can go back and look at it, the Collective Weekly. This card has been talking about environmental pollution. and subsequent allergies. You could have an allergy that is flaring up, whether that could be at your workplace, or this could be at home, or this could be both places. You could be reacting to a certain cleaning product. You could be reacting to pet dander, or dust, or mold, or all three. I mean, it's not really pollen season yet, unless you live somewhere where it is. So, I'm going to say this for like the 15th time this week, and I've said it in private sessions too. Go look for someone who does allergy release technique. You might not know exactly what you're allergic to, but you know that something is flaring you up. I just had to be treated for basic things that you don't even retreated for basic things. So this is happening to a lot more people than I anticipated when I said it on Sunday, which was only 6 days ago for the first time. I haven't talked about this on videos in a long time. In fact, the last time I remember it was March of 2020 when I laid out my supplement regimen in a long 45-minute video where I blabbed for that long. Motor mouthed it. Okay, we're about to go to the extended reading, but before we go, I always look at the tarot cards. Where did I put them? To see who's around you in relationships, although they could be lurking, because like I said, I didn't see a whole lot of action in 7th house. She pulled the World card. Now, I'm going to go back to this World card because you pulled 2 cups card. This is water signs. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So heavy on the water. But with the World card, it depicts in the 4 corners all the 4 elements, which means all the signs. So I can't rule it down, but it's going to be heavy water for sure. You know, if you're not dating someone, or there's not someone in the picture that's a water sign, I would just put a bet out there and say they've got some water somewhere significant in their chart. They've got a water rising or a water moon, or they have a Venus water, Venus in Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, something like that. All right, we're going to the extended reading. The link will be contained below. It is on Patreon, but I've made it affordable so that everyone who wants it can receive it. We're going to be looking at your relationship situation in depth, or lack thereof. We're going to be looking at your 8th house, which rules taxes, contracts, legal matters, the source of your significant other's income, and intimacy. We're going to be looking at your school and your travel. We're going to look at your career and your mother. We're going to look at your best friend or your child or children. And we're going to look at the future card, which happens in 3 months from now. So June, your birthday time. Many blessings.